This is a Sound Shaper stereo graphic EQ. This is the model 110 or SS110. And this is one of their early ones. And I got this free along with some other equipment just for asking. And I sold this for $90. This is a new old stock Pinto wheel center. If your Pinto had aluminum wheels, this is what you needed. And this was just from a collection of Ford parts that I bought quite a while ago. Been selling quite a few. And this, surprisingly enough, sold for as much as I paid for a Pinto back in the late 80s. This sold for $90. Puzzles are always they're a puzzle to me. As far as what to buy, who wants to buy them. And so I just pick up ones that are still sealed. I have sold some weird puzzles that were used, counted all the pieces. Actually, I had my daughter-in-law put it together because she likes that kind of stuff. So now I'm just selling new in the package. And this one being a round one, I thought would go right away, but I've had it through 2 holiday seasons. And finally I took a $10 offer on it. This pair of Ray-Bans aviator style sunglasses I found 2 years ago at a garage sale. I think I paid $10 or $15 for them. And they should go for a lot of money, but I've had them for 2 years, priced at $200. I actually did sell them once about 6-7 months ago, and they were returned for fit. And at that time they sold at a best offer of $150. Well, this has been kind of a slow week number-wise as far as number of sales. I had one big sale for $1,700, and so I kind of slacked off this week, as I typically do if a big sale happens during the first part of the week. So I debated on this. He offered about $55, and I worked him up. He'd go up $5, I'd go down $5. Finally, he ran out of offers and begged me to take this final offer he had ready to go, and so I just wrote him back with the make offer through the messaging system, and these sold for $80. This is just the board from a deluxe Scrabble game. These are the type of boards that rotate like a turntable. And these are desirable if there's no damage to them. You have to really look into all the squares to see if there's any cracks. This one has a little bit of wear and tear from use, but no cracks, no damage. I had one guy message me and with a question, is this the perfect Scrabble board I've been looking for? Well, I knew that was just going to lead to trouble, so I just didn't answer, and a few days later it sold for $25. Another built model. This is a 1965, I believe, Mercury Comet. No, it's a 62. For those keeping score at home. And this little Comet sold for $80 about an hour after I put it up for sale yesterday. This is a poster covering Mustangs from 73. There's a 73. Up to the 79, 80 model years. Mostly the Mustang 2s. And I sold this poster as a direct result of being on Facebook. I don't ever market on Facebook other than the Facebook Marketplace. I won't advertise eBay items on specific groups. But for informational purposes, I've joined a Mustang group. And they've helped me out with some questions on parts. And somebody said, I'm looking for a poster that I had when I was a kid. It's got Mustang 73 to 79. And so I posted a link to my eBay sale site, and they bought it right away for $30. This is a combination armrest door pull for a Mustang 2, about 1976 vintage in blue. And this little part sold for $40. This is a Minnesota Twins World Series Championship hat from 1987. Never worn, trucker style. And looks like it was screen printed on there rather hastily. So perhaps it was done right after they won the World Series in '87. I happened to live in St. Paul at the time, so that was a big deal back then. This sold for $30, and it's going to Italy. And by the name, he's not an expatriate. He's an Italian twins. This is the iconic Golden Dreams Marilyn Monroe calendar that Hugh Hefner bought and started his Playboy empire with her as the first centerfold. This is from 1953. The picture was taken in, I believe, 1948-49. She needed rent money. And although these are often faked, this one I found sealed up, and it's got a little commemorative thing from the Champion line creation. And it came along with this, this is called a tip tray, featuring the same image, just a little metal tray. And together, these sold for $250. When you buy somebody's hobby collection of Mustang parts and stuff, you get lots of magazines. And magazines is something that's can be difficult to sell or very tedious, depending on how you want to do it. I picked out some of these magazines that had things in common with each other, and I sold these 3 for $30.